So, kind of same question asked Coach Malone. Like, how do you prepare differently for this unique offense?
Well, as far as like film study and your personal time that you put into it, nothing. You know, you do all the same stuff, you put all the time in, but I think it's more as far as schematically and your assignment is where you kind of have to take a different approach. In practice, it's not up tempo. You know, push the ball. You know, see how fast we can go. It's slow it down, make sure we're assignment sound, tackling all three of the guys in the triple option, making sure you're squeezing the tackles. Little things that you don't see every week is where you kind of shift your focus. But as far as preparation, nothing really changes as far as film study and kind of as far as looking over stuff.
As a defensive lineman, how do you account for the expected cut blocks that you're going to be seeing on Saturday?
Well, just seeing in practice, and the hardest thing about practice is you can't really replicate it to the full extent. You know, those guys do it countless times, and you can't really see that as far as the scout team or even in our offense, because our offense doesn't really cut that much either. So it's just kind of seeing it and working the technique to do it. And then when you get in game time, you just got to expect the speed and done that technique over and over when it happens, just to play the technique that you're taught.
So Coach Morris has always preached, one game at a time mentality, but at the same time, the bigger goals like a division title and things like that are still within reach. How do you balance that, trying to stay focused on the task at hand while also keeping in mind what's out there?
Yeah, I think when you kind of get discouraged or when you get tired of the process is kind of when you take a step back and look at the bigger vision and look at what you're working for. And then, but as far as like the process goes and your focus on a day-to-day basis, I think that's where you focus on the whole one game at a time. Because everyone needs a little bit of motivation. Coach, he's got to have positive self-talk just like everyone else. Everyone gets tired. So I think when that moment, you kind of take a step back and realize that the opportunity that we have and what we're playing for, what we're working for each and every day, and that once you step back into it, you're ready to go again, and that's when you kind of focus on that one game mentality. But we kind of always have to see where we're going and what we're working for to kind of help us motivate us and keep us going at a high level.
After, the years you've spent here, as a senior, is it exciting to finally, we're competing for a conference title and things like that?
Yeah, it's as Coach Morris will say, it's the fruit of our labor, and we've worked extremely hard to get to where we're at. We've been through a lot with with different coaches and tough times that we've been through, but we deserve where we're at, and we're not going to let that opportunity miss.
How did you see your teammates respond to Saturday's game and Sunday's practice?
After Saturday, that one hurt, because we felt like we played really well. And after watching the film, we did. We played well. But when you play a really good football team, it comes down to 3 or 4 plays that matter. So after the game, you could see the hurt in everyone, especially us seniors. It wasn't too much fun. But going into Saturday, you kind of have to have a short memory because, after Coach Morris kind of showed us our situation that we're in, if we win out, then when we're in, it kind of opened a lot of eyes like, what, this thing's not over, like after you wake up, you kind of sloppy a little bit, and then when Coach, this thing's not over, we still got to go, we got to go. So I think that kind of revamped everyone, enhanced everyone's focus, and just kind of gave a new perspective on a loss. A loss is never good, whether it matters or whether it doesn't. So I think it just kind of shifted everyone's perspective and gave us the light at the end of the tunnel, I guess you could say.
And you saw that like on the field, the practice field on Sunday.
Yeah, we didn't go out on Sunday.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So, but we went in the weight room. We did the same stuff in the weight room. It was great energy, great effort as far as the weight room. As far as that, sure. So yeah, to answer, yeah.